psychological thrills, all the fighting, it's all good stuff. Oh my goodness. Speaking of thrills,
Speaking of
psychological,
horror.
and scary horror and all that bold into one, you knew where I was going with it. Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness. Oh my goodness. So yeah, I seen this opening day. Y'all see it opening day?
Yep.
Okay.
Well,
much to our detriment.
On a Thursday.
We had a Pirates Dinner Adventure show, and then a rehearsal until midnight. And then we saw this at 1:15 in the morning.
God dang.
Yeah, so it was work all day.
Okay.
Worth it.
So
Work all day, rehearsal.
yes.
Then and then I had to be up at 6 in the morning to go back to work.
Goodness.
And then back to Pirates.
And
And
then
then
y'all
back
were
to midnight rehearsal.
coherent enough to follow the movie and everything, right?
Yes.
Okay. So my overall thoughts, real quick off the bat. I went to the theater. Accidentally saw it in 3D. I got IMAX tickets. And then I get there, and the guy's like, "Here's your IMAX 3D glasses." I was like, "Oh, I don't need those. Hold on, y'all got another IMAX theater or something?" And he's like, "No, this is the only one." I was like, "Oh, this is 3D." Then I had to go back on my phone. I'm like, "Hold on, did I put 3D?" And then I saw IMAX 3D something experience. I was like, "Son of a bitch," because I don't like. And I'm lucky. I wear glasses not most of the time on my days off and stuff. I wear glasses.
Yeah.
And then like I was gonna go with my glasses. And I was like, "Let me just put the contacts in." But I felt like
good.
I'm glad I put them in. And I saw it in 3D. A lot of people said the first one was good in 3D. I didn't see that in 3D, but this is actually really dope in 3D. And I was like, wow. I mean, y'all have seen it, so you've seen a lot of what's happening on the screen. It's about to be all spoilers, y'all. Just in case you don't know, it's gonna be spoilers.
Beware. I hold nothing back.
Like even that opening scene, just everything was just, and like when it's whipping at, trying to grab, and like it was like, it was really dope in 3D. So I enjoyed it. I'm glad. It's a different age. I would recommend seeing it in 3D though if you go back and see it again.
Okay.
It gets in my personal space.
Okay.
It invades my bubble
personal space?
that I don't
understand
enjoy.
that.
But I don't knock
But,
anyone who likes 3D.
So if they make 2D glasses, we could get you some of those.
I would literally have to. I can't do 3D.
So it was a wonderful ride. With that, I mean, even in 3D, it was a wonderful ride. The horror aspect was definitely seen through Rami's eyes. You can definitely see that. I went in with no expectations. Went in happy with no expectations. I was like, I leave all that at the door, and then I left happy with what I saw. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed Doctor Strange's learning more about Doctor Strange. I enjoyed America Chavez's emotional character arc, which I don't know if I've seen too much of that with Doctor Strange's. I've seen a lot of America Chavez's. If you would have called this America Chavez in the Multiverse of Madness, I would have still been like, oh yeah, that's what that movie was. So it's and then on that, is Multiverse of Madness the best title for it? So I mean, let me ask y'all. Let me start with Mariah. Was it what you expected, and what are your overall thoughts on it before we dig into specifics?
So I also try to go in these without, like, I have a checklist of I want to see A, B, and C, and if I don't, I'm going to hate it, you know? I really try not to have those types of parameters when I go see these movies.
Right.
I really enjoyed it. And again, like I said earlier, I don't like horror. I was fighting with myself. There were a couple times, I know movies well enough that I was like, there is a jump scare coming. There's a jump scare coming. And I'm like, I can't put my face behind my hands like I do in other scary movies because I don't want to miss anything. And then, of course, the jump scare got me. And I'm like, that I have no one to blame but myself. But I really, really liked it. It was almost one of those movies, though, that you needed a couple days to process.
Yeah.
You know, because like let it simmer. So much happened. I've now like talked to other people who've also seen it.
Right.
And so overall, I really enjoyed it. Was it the end game type, you know, movie of the decade, Marvel movie crossover event history that people were expecting? No.
All right.
But as the movie it was, I really loved it.
All right. Yeah, and for you, Joe, overall, was it what you expected it to be? Were you going in with expectations? Overall, what are your thoughts on it overall?
When we talked about it a while ago, I was pretty sure that Wanda was going to be the villain.
Right.
Definitely was.
All right. I wasn't too sure, but
me and Mariah were talking about it after we saw the movie. I love that Wanda is the type of villain that you survive. Like, she's not the type of villain you beat. You just thank your lucky stars you made it out still breathing.
Yeah.
Like, you don't beat her, you have to reason with her because she is going to kill you if you try to fight her too many times.
There wasn't no stopping that woman.
No. No, absolutely not. And I think, and I agree with what you were saying earlier, that, like, it's a problem that Wanda's arc and America Chavez's arc were, like, stronger than Doctor Strange.
Yeah.
Like,
Title
not that
character.
Benedict Cumberbatch is a bad actor, but, like,
No.
just gave him nothing to do. Like, he was very, he was just very reactive in his role. Like, he kind of just constantly had stuff thrown at him, so he's constantly dealing with that, and he can't really... I mean, the only arc he really had was getting over Christine Palmer. Yeah. So, yeah, I think it... On Rotten Tomatoes, it's sitting at, like, an 84. I think it deserves a little higher than that.
Yeah.
Like, higher 80s.
Yeah, probably. That.
But it definitely is Marvel suffering from too much success. Like, No Way Home came out, Endgame came out, and they were just game-changing, like, comic book movies. And then you've got Doctor Strange, and it's like, you know what? This is just a pretty good movie.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh, Marvel, we expect better. Like, no, man, that's a good freaking movie. And, like,
And I was gonna say, and then coming off of No Way Home, like I said, which had cameos that people
everything
were like,
you wanted.
But you know what? This might be a hot take. Okay, are you ready for this? Are you guys
Sure.
ready for this?
Yeah.
I love Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Being able to see all of the Spider-Men together
yeah,
wouldn't change it for the world. One of the most fun movie-going experiences.
fun.
However, the movie resting on its own laurels of how good of a script, how good of production, how good of a movie, there is no contest. Multiverse of Madness is the better movie.
Yeah, you said it resting on its own. You said right.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Not
I
with,
agree with
not
that.
With the,
I do agree
okay.
with that.
Okay. Whew. I was like, not with the hype.
No.
Of,
Yeah,
you know what I
agree
mean?
with
Like,
that.
Seeing
Yes.
the three Spider-Man together, totally great.
If
But,
those
like,
were the only two movies that someone saw from Marvel ever,
well, and I
would
think
think
what
they'd be
I
like,
think what it
whatever.
was a symptom of is obviously we know No Way Home was supposed to come first. So America Chavez was supposed to be the one opening the portals in No Way Home. And so I think what it was is that Feige and Marvel were like, okay, our timetables are shifting around. Let us postpone our own movie so that we can really work out the kinks that we now have from shooting schedules, COVID, quarantine, whatever. Let us really rework this script, reshoot, make it work.
yeah.
Whereas Sony kind of slapped a Band-Aid and said, yeah, we're not moving our release back.
Yeah.
It'll be fine. And that's kind of what it felt like. Is like both of them felt like they had holes and chunks taken out of them. But Marvel really tried to like sew the holes up. Whereas Sony kind of slapped a Band-Aid on and called it good.
Yeah.
You know?
Still both enjoyable.
Still both
Oh,
enjoyable.
of course.
Yes.
Like you
So
said, you said
good.
it. Yes.
Yeah.
Seeing
But people love No Way Home, so I was really
Captain
afraid
Marvel as Monica Rambeau.
Hey, hold on, before we
Maria
get
Rambeau.
well, I guess we're
Yes.
there. We're there. I was gonna say before we get there, but yeah,
yeah,
I guess
we were
we're there.
Uh,
No, because I was just going to talk about cameos. Me and you were discussing cameos last time and who we thought might be in it. So this was like, that's a lot of people's expectations were up there.
Yeah.
And I was like, I don't know who we going to see in this thing. I think I remember we also talked about if this was going to come from him doing something in Spider-Man. I was like, I don't think Spider-Man's going to have anything to do with it. I'm glad it wasn't. I'm glad it didn't have anything to do with it. But, I mean, these trailers that they put out lead you to believe one thing, too. Like, you know what I mean? But, I was going to say, yeah, let's talk about. I'll let you lead this. Let's talk about the Illuminati. Break it down for him, Joe. Who's in the Illuminati? These are cameos that I wasn't expecting at all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you got
And I'm so happy that we got them.
Maria Rambeau.
Yeah,
Maria
Maria
Rambeau.
Rambeau.
Yes.
Captain Marvel.
Yes.
Apparently she got the powers of Carol Danvers. Great. Looks awesome. Cool suit. Very like, is way more like armored and like tougher
Yeah.
than Carol's was.
Yeah.
Then you've got freaking
Black
Captain Carter. I was like,
Captain
Britain kept home to my
Captain
name. but-
Carter, the first Avenger. You
Yeah,
said
Captain Carter,
the
man.
first Avenger. I was like, yes.
Looking awesome, just not taking any of Mr. Strange's crap. Says one word, ting, 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 ting. Shut up.
Was Mordo one of them, or he just?
Mordo was,
Yeah, he
He
was
is?
also.
Okay.
Yeah,
So-
he was.
Baron Mordo tricked him. Brother, how are you? Da, 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 da. Get your ass in there.
They did use the Black Bolt from
They
the
totally
original
was.
blacked
show.
our
I
bolt
was-
again, man.
I was like, wow, all right, they used him again. He got a little
Apparently
thick, but
really good friends with Doctor Strange.
Yeah. Oh, really? Oh, like in real life?
No,
But actors?
in
Oh,
the-
okay.
No, in the
The
show.
characters.
In the movie, because he like has a lot of remorse for like killing him. Like he felt really bad about it.
Black Bolt?
Yeah, their universe is Doctor.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Yeah,
when
right.
they killed their universes. And
I'm about to say our universe, Doctor Strange was like talking shit. Like, got a
Yeah,
fucking
yeah.
head.
Yes.
All right,
Yes.
I got you.
then you've got John Krasinski as...
That was the one that got
was
me.
fantastic.
Man.
I mean, that's why they put
That
him
was the
last.
one that got me. Let me pop
Well,
that.
besides Professor X, but that's why they put him last because we were not.
Yeah.
Yeah, Professor X was all throughout the, the trailers
Yeah,
and stuff
we
like that. I was
knew
like,
him.
I just wish they didn't show any of them.
I know.
And I know
That
they
is a
spoke to
big point
Kevin
that
Feige
people
and he
are
was upset.
saying.
Did
was
y'all hear about
upset.
that? Yeah, he was upset
Oh,
about
I
that.
didn't hear about that.
Feige did not want them to give away the word Illuminati. They didn't want to give away Professor X's voice.
Yeah.
Really, what they gave in the first trailer, the amount that they gave us, was all Feige ever wanted to
Yeah.
put out.
Really?
Any
Wow.
any of the other stuff, they didn't even need to show that Butts was going to be in the seats. With all that speculation, like Butts was going to be in the seats.
Yeah, it would have been better
Look
if
at
I
your
had
boy.
known.
Yeah.
His suit
Yes.
looked really cool, too.
Yeah.
Too bad it went down like string cheese. That was a bummer.
Aw.
She tore him to shreds, literally.
My theater
did any
erupted,
of them
though.
stand a chance?
No.
Hey,
I wish...
Oh, yeah, no. Well, a chance. I think.
I wish Captain
Captain
Marvel would
Marvel-
have gone a
I
little
wish Captain
longer.
Marvel would have gone
Yeah.
down a little better than just crushing her with a statue.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
don't think that should have taken her out.
No.
She might be down for the count, but not dead, right?
I mean, she's not...
I don't think she's dead.
She's
Yeah, I
not
think- I
extra
couldn't say she
durable necessarily. Like,
Really?
it's the aura and the power that comes out of her that is...
Oh, you think that?
makes her stronger and more durable?
Oh, so
So,
that was
like-
like deactivated before
Yeah,
it
she
hit her.
hit the ground and she wasn't powered up, and then it hit her.
I
I
thought
can agree
she
with that.
was. She's not herself. I thought she
I'm
was
pretty
herself.
sure she is.
Was she charged up when Thanos jawed her? Wow. Me
Yeah,
punching the
She
face?
was charged up when Thanos punched her, yeah.
Okay.
She
Yeah.
was.
That shit was funny. Like, she's
I
like-
Yeah.
thought she was extra durable.
They haven't really been specific about how it works. So, like,
well, she's not dead in my world.
I don't know. But yeah, oh my
Yeah.
gosh, and the way they killed Captain Carter, that was brutal.
Yeah, man.
Like, about as bloody
Oh
as
my
they
God.
can get.
Yeah.
Some
I was like-
people, some
Okay,
people were
sure.
upset that they were like, "Hey, this is a Marvel movie. Can I take my kids to this one?" No.
Because of that?
Somebody was like,
Well, just in
yeah.
general.
"Black
yeah,
John
yeah,
Bolt again.
hold up.
What mouth?"
Oh.
Blows his own brains out.
Yes, that
And-
part was dope.
Well,
I
why
loved
did he
it.
open his mouth? Why would he even do it? Because he didn't
Yeah.
realize his mouth. At that point, he
I know.
realized
Why would
his
you?
mouth was
You?
gone.
I know
Why
you
would
don't
do
talk
that? Why would you
ever.
talk?
I
Why
think
would
it
you
might
need to
have
make
been
a
a
sound?
scream.
Like a scream.
Like a
yeah,
what
I
the-
think
It
it
could
might
have been
have.
like, "Huh!" Like,
Even
I think
any
that's-
sound.
yeah.
but somebody, there was like an article and it was like the best magic trick of Multiverse of Madness was how Marvel got a PG-13 rating for this movie. It wasn't that much blood, but like it did get pretty intense.
And I like how, because it could have been considered too much blood, but like when Scarlet Witch came in and she was busting up all the androids and stuff.
Yeah,
and
you
that
thought it
supposed
was
to be
blood. It's just oil.
It's probably, but it
Yeah.
looked like thick and like that.
Yeah.
Oh, it was so
Yeah.
dope, man. A lot of scenes in this was really
Yeah.
dope from the opening, like just all the action they gave you on the opening and
Yeah.
Yeah.
and was America Chavez running and just trying to save this girl. This woman, man, this young actress did her fucking thing.
She's 16, right?
Is she really?
I think she's
I think
16.
19. Is she 16?
Let me look it up.
No, you might be.
I think she's.
16,
I'm
17.
pretty sure she's like legitimately really young.
Yeah.
Yeah, she looks young.
Yes, definitely do. America. But what was I gonna say? Oh yeah, I was gonna say she went toe to toe with Benedict Cumberbatch and all them,
Yeah.
and like she really played the role really, really great. She did.
Yeah.
She did a job. They dug into her history a little bit.
Yeah, which
When
is
it-
really interesting.
Yeah,
Yeah,
16 years old.
16.
She
Like,
is 16.
Born in 2006.
goddamn 2000 and we old. So, but yeah, she did it. She
Wow.
did a damn thing. I see why she got hired.
Oh, absolutely.
yeah.
Even the screaming and the fear and stuff like that, and when she got upset and tried to punch back, when she started coming into her
Yeah.
own.
Mm-hmm.
I know America Chavez she flies and has super strength as well.
Yes.
So I don't know if she's
Probably
gonna
just hasn't
home
learned
that
tap
and,
into it yet.
No,
Yeah,
yeah.
into the
'Cause
Doctor
when we met her, she
Strangeness
had
of it.
learned how to use none of it.
And she
Do y'all
definitely
think
has.
she'll take that away from her, or you think they'll Marvel be like,
No,
you
I'd
gonna
probably
give her all
I
that?
think
give it
they'll
to her because if she
Right.
wants, if they're gonna keep her like with the power scaling,
Mm.
like if she's gonna be any help, she needs super strength and she needs to be able to fly.
And
Like,
she's a part of that Avengers,
The
the
Young
young
Avengers.
Avengers
Yeah.
too, right?
and like
They're
we
filling out the Young Avengers squad.
we
Yeah,
saw
yeah.
it a little bit when she was locked in that cage and she punches it
Mm-hmm.
and it has that star-shaped crack.
Okay, yeah.
So
that was-
like she definitely can like use that power to do more than just rip a hole in the multiverse.
Yeah.
Gotcha. which was dope scene too. Do y'all have any favorite scene from it that y'all can recall? Anything like
Favorite scene?
I know they almost killed Wong. I was like, oh, don't kill Wong.
I did love the one when they were at the sanctum, and they were running away from her. They shut all the doors, and then she's coming through the reflections.
Oh my god!
And then she comes out of the gong.
Yeah,
like,
that was great. That was
cracking and like ripping
Oh
herself
my
apart
God.
to get through.
Well, because it was the mirror dimension.
That was a fucking...
We've never seen someone figure out a way out of the mirror dimension.
Yeah.
And she was using the reflections.
With the
Like,
girl
how
in the well.
freaking dope
What
was
are they called?
that?
Oh,
The ring.
Samara, the ring.
The ring, yeah. She came up with the ring style, cracking the bones. I was like,
That
yes.
scene was wild.
Rami, any chance he could, Rami was throwing that in there. Like when they were running from her and the things were down the water
Oh my god,
tower
that was
hole,
legitimately
and everything
like the
slam,
most
slam.
terrifying sequence of the whole.
Then they're waiting for it. They're like, and they just kept showing like the easing into the close up. Like, all right, just
I know. That's
something
when I was
happened,
like,
man.
Stop! You're
And
making me uncomfortable.
what was the jump scare in there? I forget. Cause I know everything
There's a
was up, but I don't
couple.
think.
Well, she shows up on the other side of the door.
Oh, that's what happened.
Shows up on the other side of the
Yes.
door, and then there's one where like she's kind of sitting
The
there,
one
and then
behind-
just boom, she pops out.
The
with
one behind Professor X throughout the
the
of the
red
red
mist.
fog.
the
Oh,
red
yeah.
mist that comes out. Yeah.
Oh, that was dope. I like that.
That
one
was
too.
really
It was
cool.
so
I'm
quiet.
trying to think of what my favorite.
Got sucked me into the darkness. And Professor was like, "Oh, hold on now."
I did
why
really
God.
love. What do you think
I gotta
about
say
it?
No, I was thinking. I came up with it.
Oh, you got it.
Okay,
Yeah,
what's up? What's up?
wait.
What's your favorite part?
No, so I mean one of them at least I will say
all right.
because I think it was so expertly acted was literally the first scene that we saw in the trailer where he goes to see her in like her shack with her orchard and I really it was so expertly paced and so well edited and the acting was so good that it's like me as the audience I was completely fooled by Wanda and it was almost like you were figuring out what was going on like a hair's breadth behind Doctor Strange.
Yeah, he's like, it smells real. It's because it is real. Okay.
And it was like that whole reveal of just the like desecration from the Darkhold
Oh my goodness.
and
So good.
revealing her in her new suit. Like from the trailer, I would have never guessed that was a hex.
Yeah.
That she would have done another hex.
I was
It
In that damn
wild.
scene, I didn't know.
I was wondering.
No, in the scene I didn't know.
I was wondering when I watched that scene. I was like, Marvel, don't do this. Don't take like. Because the last time we saw Wanda, she got in the Darkhold and she's sitting there and she's studying it.
Mm-hmm.
And then like in between movies, she's like, I put all that behind me. I'm just growing apples.
I didn't believe that.
I was like,
That
oh, man.
I
thought
didn't
she's
believe the fact that she had put magic behind her,
I was.
but I had no idea.
I was
that
thinking
whole
of
thing was an
a
illusion.
way to like justify it. I was like, okay, maybe she did put all the magic behind her. Something's gonna happen in a couple of minutes. It's gonna piss her off.
Mm-hmm.
And she's back to it. But
That's
I was like,
what I
I
think
don't
that too.
like that. Like I wouldn't like that.
Yeah.
And then when like that freaking scene where she's like, why not just bring America here and then I can defend her? And then he's like,
oh,
Yes.
And he
and
stops,
then
he's
she
like,
says it. She's like,
"I
you didn't
say
tell
her
me your name, did you?
Like,
Yeah, when she
Oh.
said it, I was like, why'd she say her name? I'm like,
Exactly,
She
like-
just knows.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, okay, she
you
didn't.
didn't tell
He
me
didn't
her
say
name,
it.
did you? No.
That
I
was-
also loved because we've seen Elizabeth Olsen do this with Wanda, like in WandaVision
Oh,
and
yeah.
other movies, that like her Sokovian accent comes out like in moments of like deep
Yeah.
frustration
She's really
or like
upset.
I
really
picked that too. I
overwhelmed.
did. I was like, is he doing it on
It's
purpose?
such a cool choice
Oh,
because
is
it
he
just
doing it
like
on purpose?
it does that some of the acting for you because like it's almost like a trigger of when you hear that accent, you know, like she is right on that line where she is about to go nuclear.
Yeah,
You know,
man.
and it's so smart. Such a smart acting choice. I love it. Everything she did was just.
Have you pinned down a favorite moment? I don't know if I've pinned down yet.
It was the water one, the mirror
was the
dimension
water.
one.
the water one.
Yeah.
That's right.
That was
That's
so
right.
good.
Yeah, that's a great choice.
We were talking about it at work today, and we really liked how they take something Doctor Strange has already said, and they kind of take it to its extreme. In the very beginning, when you have Defender Strange, and he kind of like looks at America as he's holding back the monster,
Right.
he's
right.
like, you know, in the cosmic scales of the multiverse, your life is not worth millions and billions of other lives. So
Yeah.
I'm going to take the power from you. Like, you can't control it, but I can. So I'm going to kill you and save millions of others. And it's like, Strange, you can't do that, man. But like, it's the same logic.
That's the
Yeah.
Same logic he used.
Infinity
It's
War.
the same logic our Strange used.
Yeah.
It's like,
In
how can you
Infinity
throw
War.
it? Also, I love that
how could you give him the time stone? Because
Yeah.
this is the way. This is the one way I see
Also, I
it.
love that
That's gonna
Stephen
work.
Strange looked at him and was like, apparently I had a ponytail. Horrifying. He didn't like
There are a
this.
lot of good comedy moments in this one.
Yeah.
Definitely.
I thought
was your favorite
we were
scene, man?
paint at one point?
Yeah, that was dope. That was
Yeah.
great going through the different multiverses. But like action wise, I like the Wanda versus Illuminati.
Oh,
Just
ripped
as a
apart.
scene by itself, I think it was. I don't want to say it was corny, or maybe it was because psychologically I haven't gone through what Wanda's gone through and all the loss and
Yeah.
everything. But when America brought her to the family and the kids were all like running and scared of her and stuff like that, that whole scene of her coming into like realizing what she's doing,
Oh,
I just
yeah.
like the way it's performed very much.
So good.
And then even her alternate self, I guess, empathized and she came like
Yeah.
touched her face and everything. And I was like, that whole thing was like, performance wise, I think that might have been my favorite like
So
moment
good.
like that.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Just the kids being scared and all that. And she's like, no, I'm like, and she's behind the bars of the steps and stuff. I'm like, what are y'all, why y'all running? I was like, oh man, I was getting a little, whew.
Yeah,
I
it
was
was
like,
kind of
dang.
what Joe said. Like, no, you
Because-
can't
oh.
defeat Wanda.
Yes,
beat
yeah,
it.
you can.
And that's
yeah.
what America said. She's like, I can't beat you,
Nope.
but I know what can stop you.
Yeah, showing,
Yeah.
Yeah.
letting you see what kind of a monster you become through your kids' eyes.
I was like,
Yeah.
dang, Wanda has so far gone. Like, you don't understand why you can't do this. And
Yeah.
like,
Well,
he asked,
I mean,
what's going to happen to the other one,
it's-
the other you in the
it's-
other universe?
it's
She
the-
didn't want to say it, but she's going
It's the dark hole.
to wipe this lady out or whoever.
It's the foil of Doctor Strange's
Yeah.
logic. It's the ends justify the means.
In the dark
Like-
hole, like, yeah.
Gotta save the multiverse. Killing America Chavez is just part of that. She
Yeah.
wants her kids back. Using the dark hold and killing another version of herself is just part of that. Like, it's the same logic. It's
Yeah.
just, it's a more, whereas Doctor Strange's is more like mathematical and calculating.
Mhm.
Hers is like hyper emotional.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it's like,
And that's what I'm sure the dark hole fed off of that.
oh yeah.
And that's what I'll
empowered
say. There, I don't know if you've heard, but around the women's sphere,
Yeah, emotional woman.
people are
villain,
a little upset.
Oh, because
that
yeah, we talked
her-
about it before, didn't we?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh.
about, and that's kind of what I didn't want.
Yeah,
I think they did a fine job because of the fact that not only like I think at one point they did comment that like Steven commented to her like you've been with the Darkhold too long. You know what I mean? Like
yeah.
Yeah.
you've
That's-
been
yeah,
feeding
yeah.
off of this chaos energy for too long. And I think what also helped bolster that is even Steven, who's as rational as he is, when he met that Incursion Universe Steven, he had also been using the Darkhold for years and years and years.
And look at that
he was
motherfucker.
now not rational Steven that we knew.
I'll
And
touch on
same
that
thing
too.
with the
Yeah.
Illuminati Steven when he had
He's
been
a
using
very
the Darkhold.
broken man.
So it's a very corruptive
Mm-hmm.
magic source.
Yes.
And so I think that really was a whole lot of it. Is it's like I think they made a good job of saying that Wanda grieving and missing her kids alone isn't enough to do what she was doing.
And I
But
Yeah,
that
yeah, no,
bolstered
yeah.
by the Darkhold. But that's what some people were saying is like,
Yeah.
oh, she lost her kids and now she's gonna kill the universe. Like,
They saved that with
I
adding the
think so
dark
too.
hold into
I
it.
think so too.
Yeah.
And
Which
that's why I
is-
think that it was very smart, and I think they did it
Yeah.
rightly.
I don't even necessarily. I wouldn't necessarily even say it was the Darkhold alone. Like on
No,
paper,
not alone. Yeah, of course not.
Like on paper, it looks bad, being like, oh, this
Yeah.
woman lost her children and now she's trying to destroy the multiverse. But like, I just don't want to take anything away from what Elizabeth Olsen did because,
No.
like, we were
Oh.
talking about it today at work as well. It's just like that could have really played badly as far as like emotional woman
If someone else
ripping
had
things
been
apart,
playing
but
it,
she
yeah.
crushed it.
If
and
someone
she
else
made
had
it
been playing it, it
so
would have been different.
she made it so human and like you empathize with
Yeah.
her so much that
That's
you're
it
not
right there.
you don't think she's crazy and irrational. You're just like, oh, you gotta you're more like, I'm so sorry that happened to you, but you can't do this.
Yeah.
Like you're not thinking she's crazy. You're like, I totally get it. I totally get it.
Yeah. Yeah.
But you don't understand
Yeah.
how you've gone too far. Like,
No, I
And
agree.
the
I think
Darkhold-
I think if a different actress had been handling it,
yeah,
it could have gone very, very different.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I think
I was
a
gonna
lot
say
of
that-
her acting
Like the
carried it.
dark hole emphasized, or it showed her. I'm sure what could be, and this is like you got to go for this, and fed off her sorrow and her loss and things like that.
Yeah.
And I think, I don't know if y'all agree, but I think people should watch WandaVision before they watch this.
Yes.
Mostly, but like,
Yes.
because you see, she lost Viz, a town was taken over. Was she in her right mind? Maybe not. Something snapped her out of it. She had to she created these kids within that.
Yep.
Then she lost the kids, lost vision. Lost everything.
Yep.
Got the Darkhold book in the post credit scene. Spoilers for WandaVision. Post credit scene at the end of that, you hear the kids' voices, and now we know why, because she's searching multiverses to find them again, and it's the thing that is giving you what you want, like a genie's lamp, like that. Like power can corrupt, like
Yes.
And speaking on power corrupting, touching on what y'all said, like with that, I think they build a great balance between the power corrupting and her going after what she wants, which I'm glad they showed. Like I said, my favorite scene when America Chavez showed you, look, this is what you want, this is what you're gonna get. Like this is, if this is what you want, look at it. She got to like put a mirror up in front of herself to see what you look like and what you're doing, and then that kind of helped her snap out of it, more or less. Which is
because
awesome.
maybe Wanda without Darkhold would have captured and kidnapped and imprisoned America and forced her to like bring her kids to this multiverse or sent her to a multiverse. But I think literally the tip of the scale of killing her to take her power and take the power for herself, I think is that one more toe over the line that the Darkhold's influence had. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Do I doubt she would have kidnapped her? Absolutely not. That's just our Wanda. But I think the rationale past that was not just grief alone.
I love that she was trying to be low key sending monsters after her first, and he's like, "Oh, now I'm coming after you." Oh, and then she came, and all of them tried to defend the what is that? The place where Doctor Strange?
Convertage.
Oh my goodness, they tried to defend. She's like, "All right, now I'm here. Ain't no more monsters, just me."
Yeah, and she was like, "That was a what was the phrase she used?"
That was me being reasonable.
That was me being reasonable. Oof.
Yeah. Wow, you can't fuck with her.
No.
Speaking of the power being corruptible, and we saw the Doctor Strange from that, where they're fighting with music notes, which is so dope.
Oh my god, that scene was
super fun.
so cool.
Y'all know that in the first Doctor Strange that Benedict Cumberbatch voiced the Dormammu, right?
Yeah.
There's speculation, and I speculate as well, that is what happens to Doctor Strange, who has been with the Darkhold like for years and years and years and years. And
it becomes Dormammu?
Yeah, it in some multiverse he becomes Dormammu at the end of Ultimate, corruption with the book and something like that. What do you think? So like I think that's why they had him voice it too. But what do you think of that? Is that a stretch? I like this speculation. I like it.
It's a stretch simply because they talk about Dormammu being like an ancient being.
Yeah.
And like maybe some
almost
time
like
travel could be involved with something like that.
I mean, he had the time stone for a while. Maybe that one had the time stone as well, and wanted it back, and that's why he wanted it back.
if they said it and they justified it well enough, I'll allow it.
I'll allow it.
I'll allow it. You said.
I like it though. I like it because he wanted the time stone back, and like if he had it and used it before or something, then
Yeah.
But
I was really bummed we didn't get that line from the trailer.
Which one?
The things just got out of hand.
He didn't say it in there. Yeah, he didn't say it in there.
And that was
no, we didn't.
So him saying that line the way he did,
right,
was what made everybody think
it was the what
that's
if.
the Strange from What If.
Yeah.
But like when we
they took it out just to just to bring people in, but we're like, we don't really want them to be compared to the.
Maybe it was just a tone thing. Like I think they needed him to be more like sorrowful. And like somber. Right. Like he kind of came out like, who are you? Like he's more almost fearful of this new Strange until it's time to like get down to business, and then he reveals his third eye and everything.
The third damn eye.
He was definitely more of a broken man than What If Strange. Obviously had some troubles himself. Definitely is not happy-go-lucky, but is more, I would say, like domineering.
Yeah.
A way more like headstrong attitude than this Strange had.
Oh, that's another scene that's not for the kids when he goes flying out that window.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah,
I wasn't ready for that. Like, okay.
Honestly,
well,
that was probably the most gruesome death because, like, even Captain Carter, Black Bolt, like, they didn't see a lot, but you straight up
saw him impale and die. Yeah.
They even did a cut thing with Professor X's neck getting broke, but that man just I said, ooh.
He just it's
kind of like Moon Knight when Moon Knight killed the thing a little bit, but this is a human, I guess, so it's different.
Yeah.
That shit was great. What's her name? Christine.
Rachel McAdams.
Yes, Rachel McAdams. She did good too. It was nice to see her come back and everything.
People said she was not used at all in the first movie, and I agree.
She wasn't used at all, and then honestly, she didn't get used a ton.
No.
Of
too much. Yeah. Oh, are we there yet? No, I don't want to talk about that yet.
Okay.
Now I was gonna talk about Strange 3, but not yet, because I wanted to mention another dope scene. That I appreciated, and it's very Sam Raimi like when my man Dream walks into a corpse.
So good, man.
Then he gets the fucking demon cape. What the fuck was that?
I
was loving it.
Can I say just super briefly? I told Joe
cape,
that was
boy.
probably one of my biggest shock moments. I mean, I say biggest. There was a lot of shock moments in that, but seeing that in the trailer. I would have never guessed in a million years that everyone said it was Zombie Strange. And we're like, yeah, it looks like Zombie Strange. Yeah. But the fact that it was our Strange in another multiverse dream walking that like we all thought that was going to be a villain he was fighting. Not that was him.
Cool.
It was such a cool
didn't
twist.
Say it had to be alive. Like, dude,
it was
don't
such
do
a
it.
cool twist.
Yes, it was. It was dope.
Oh.
There were two like subtle hints that it's like it's perfect like mystery type thing where like you're kind of like, that was weird, why did they spend so much time on that, and then the second he's like, didn't say it had to be alive, it all comes rushing back.
Why did they show him burying him?
And what struck me was when
I didn't even think of it.
Strange dies, he gets that side of his face ripped off. And then I like saw it and I was like, oh, that looks kind of like Zombie Strange's thing. I wonder if that's how he becomes that villain, is like Scarlet Witch brings him to life, and then Doctor Strange has to fight him.
Yeah.
And then, like, they made a big deal of burying him. I was like, okay, so that's kind of what they're setting up. And then it was like, no, it's gonna be him. That's insane.
It was just so dope. And I love the cape though. The cape thing is what got me.
So cool.
The demon when they started just wrapping around.
And they had like the first person view of like trying to fight off.
That's very Sam Raimi.
Yeah.
Yes.
First person shaky cam.
And what's his man name that played Ash? His cameo came in. That was another cameo.
Yeah.
Missed that guy that played Ash was in there.
Oh, I don't know his name.
I can't remember his name. Sorry.
We're the worst.
But that's not. We ain't mentioned to him. We know who he is. Ash. I'll tell him Ash. Oh, because they gave a shout out, I guess, to his hand being
Bruce Campbell.
Yes.
Yeah, enchanted.
His hand being Ash's hand is possessed and he chops it off with the chainsaw and stuff like that. So it's like a little shout out.
And then he like looks right at the camera and goes, "It's over." And then cuts to black and the lights come on.
Joe loved that one.
Yeah.
What, the cutscene? I mean,
Joe loved that end credit scene.
I thought it was great.
I like
it's so self-referential. It's kind of like it's almost like Homecoming, where Cap turns the. So, let's talk about disappointment. Sometimes you wait a long time and it's just not worth it. And you're like, oh, you got me.
I like this.
All right, Marvel, you got me.
Like in Homecoming, I'm like, oh, haha, that's funny. In this one, I was like, what? Why are we going back to the pizza boy?
You got Charlize Theron. What more do you
want? But I know it's because of the Sam Raimi, the Evil Dead stuff. But I'm like,
he done brought her up. I don't know where we at. That was in here somewhere. Charlize, I was talking about. She plays
bring her up, man. She's amazing.
What is the character she plays?
Clea is what I've heard. Not
it's
Clea.
Clea.
Eventually,
that's right.
That would be Strange's wife.
Yeah, that's his biggest love interest in the comics. Didn't know that until after.
Yeah, the third eye pop up in that, and she was just like, oh yeah, and she didn't care. So
we were talking about that today. That like the third eye seemed to really corrupt that other Strange.
Yeah, that's what I'm
thinking. And then it shows Strange like, oh god, poop! It opens up, and then now we're supposed to assume that he's like gained control of it and like he's got it handled now,
or he's gonna be Dormammu.
Maybe not.
I think
just keep them in there.
Can I just say?
What?
I hope that like now that we've seen the third eye, we're like, okay, he has this and he has those abilities, and we don't have to deal with the third eye CGI anytime we see Benedict
it doesn't
on
look
screen.
great. I gotta say, it doesn't look great.
It's a little funky.
It looks a little funky.
I know, I like that. It should have been practical instead of.
Yeah,
they could have made it practical somehow, or do a little both.
A little bit of both. It's gotta be.
It was a little funky looking, and I never find myself saying that about Marvel CG.
Yeah, if it's CG that look I can do, I'd be like, all right, maybe I should go a different way. Because Nate can do that.
Yeah.
So I'm like, I really hope that like this opening was like, okay, now he's got use of his third eye, and we don't have to see it.
We know he got it in there. Don't unpack it no time.
I'm hoping that it.
But it might be corrupted. I think it might still be corrupted.
He thinks he's harnessed it, and he thinks he can control it, and that might be a central kind of issue in Strange 3 is he like
Yeah.
starts losing control and it starts like sending his magic towards his allies and like doesn't know why. So I'm hoping he just he didn't just like figure it out.
And then
He has it under
into the
control
bomb.
and everything's fine.
Yeah.
How you like Wong trying to fight Wanda? You appreciate his efforts?
Yeah, man, he
did
tried.
his damn best.
He did not
He did
give
his
up
damn
the whole
best.
movie.
I was going when Wong his intro fight. I was going to ask you about that too. When he
Yeah.
came in, I
Oh,
don't know
with
what
the-
weapon that is, but which is on the string and it got the
almost
blade
like
in it. He's throwing it and
rope
zipping
dart
it back.
almost.
It's a rope dart.
Yeah.
It was a sword.
Yo,
but it's a
he
rope
was
dart.
killing
Yeah.
it. I was like, Wong came in
That was
hot.
pretty cool.
I'm the was it Master
Sorcerer Supreme.
Sorcerer
I
Supreme.
could've
You
done
bow,
my
and then everybody
entire-
shows up and they bow, and he's like,
See,
ancient edition.
I could have done my entire
Yes.
life without that lamppost pulling out.
oh the eyeball, yes, that was so great.
Oh, yeah.
When it went in, I was like, oh man. Then when it came out, everybody on is
When it went in, I was already like this.
Yeah.
I thought
I
that
was like,
that
"Ooh."
was going to be it. And so I had undone my hand guard just in time for it to come out.
Then you hear
So-
I
all
don't
you hear
like
is
eyes. No, Nate, stop.
Sam
No,
Raimi. That's all you
yeah.
hear. Sam Raimi.
I have a question
Oh,
for both of you, actually.
Yeah.
Because I caught it,
No eye stuff.
but I don't know how many people are going to catch this.
Okay, well, break it down for people.
So we call him Clokey.
Clokey, yes.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Dude,
So-
yeah, he's clokey.
He was kicking it.
So
killing
Clokey
it.
gets singed a bit. Gets a
Yeah.
hole in him, and
Yeah.
then
Yeah. Then he gets
Christine
patched
says like,
up.
"Hey, we're gonna patch
Patch
him
it
up
up,
for
yeah.
you." Do you know where that patch came from?
Oh no, I didn't think. Hold on, Christine said it. No, I don't know where the patch came from.
Okay, so
But
when
I saw it.
when they flash back to
They're strange.
when they flash back to their victory on Titan, and you see Thanos with his own
Yes.
double sword in him and broken, and they're about to kill the other Strange.
Yes.
I think it's Reed. I think Reed Richards is holding his cloak because he's not wearing it when he's on his knees.
alright.
He's not wearing it, and Reed
It's
Richards
like a
is holding his
darker
cloak,
one?
and it's blue.
Yeah, that's dark one. Yeah.
So they took a patch from that
Their
Strange's cloak.
Oh, that's
and
why it's blue.
Stitched it
Alright.
onto our Strange's cloak.
Oh, that's dope. I seen the patch and I,
Yeah.
I
So
was
did
like,
they
oh,
cut a
let's
hole
go.
in the other universe's clokey?
Well, you gotta do what you gotta do. You know.
I think that cloak. I think the
Implication
Oh, yeah,
is
true
that
that.
it's
implication
not
is that
powered
it's
anymore?
dead.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah, like that cloak is dead.
That's really cute.
I don't say dead.
But yeah, I really like that idea.
But like, make Clokey happen because I know.
Make
Clokey.
Clokey
His
happen.
name is Clokey.
Hashtag Clokey.
What is his official name? The cape of
The Cloak of
the
Levitation.
cloak of levitation.
Clokey.
He's Clokey.
Clokey.
I'll say it again for the people.
He's adorable.
Clokey.
Hashtag Clokey.
Hashtag Clokey.
It's adorable.
I'm putting it in the chat. How you spell it though? Clo-
CL
Mrs.
Is
Spell
it two
Lady.
E's or IE's or Y?
OAKY.
Why?
Clokey.
There you go.
And then when he flies on the screen, you can be like, Clokey!
Yes, we will.
Because he does, because he always
I did
saves the
wanna know
day.
that, That's right.
Anywho, I'm done. Sorry,
No,
that's my
dude,
agenda off.
I
I'm
meant-
already done.
Sorry. Clokey. I meant to ask, which is he's one of the dopest sidekicks. I call him a
yeah.
sidekick. He one of the dopest.
Yeah.
Like catching America and like go ahead
Oh
up
my
there. You
God,
know what to
he's
do.
the
He, you
best.
ain't got to tell him. He like, oh, I got this.
No,
Yep.
he's the freaking best.
He literally
Save Spider-Man and everything.
Yeah.
near Doctor
Yeah.
Strange, realized he couldn't help him, and flew off to go do something helpful. And it's like, he'll handle it. I'm gonna go do something
Yes.
more useful.
Also,
I
Clokey
need
is
one
the
of those.
Taskmaster Supreme, and I love it.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
He's like, wake up, wake up,
Yeah.
wake up. I'm like, all right, I'm up.
In the first Doctor Strange,
Yes.
when like he wipes his little
He's
tears.
like, stop.
Yes.
I love
Oh,
Clokey.
I meant to ask you earlier when John Krasinski showed up. Like when all these cameos was happening,
Yes.
was your audience even at 1 a.m. still
Oh,
live?
they freaked.
Absolutely.
We all freaked.
Yes. Who was at the theater at 1 a.m.?
Absolutely.
It was
Almost
full
a
though, wasn't
full
it?
Theater.
Full theater.
This
Nerds
movie.
like us.
Full theater. We
That's
got
his
out at
there.
like 4.
Yes. Yes.
It was
Dang.
and it was an IMAX theater.
Yeah.
It was a full IMAX theater,
Not in 3D.
not 3D. No,
Oh, you got the
not
lucky
3D.
ones. Shit. Oh, where'd you go? Was it
Burbank
Burbank
16.
16.
Okay. All right. Damn it! Why they show mine? Okay. Doctor Strange 3.
Yeah.
People wondering when it's going to happen. Might not happen no time soon because Doctor Strange himself had commented on it when someone asked him. I'm gonna read this quote they got from IGN. As I do this, can you look up the box office for Doctor Strange?
Yeah.
Current box office.
Oh yeah.
So the quote from IGN said at the premiere of his new movie, the 45-year-old Doctor Strange, 45? This 45-year-old Doctor Strange star explained how busy he was between acting, Parenthood, and more by saying it gets very multiversal in real life as well. He said, asked what variant of himself he would like to be, he replied, I guess one that's less busy, maybe. I might be that variant very soon, which is nice, taking a bit of a break. So, Benedict Cumberbatch is probably not going to be returning as Doctor Strange for a while. I'm not sure if he's going to be doing any other movies in the meantime, or any cameos and things like that. So,
I think a cameo
makes me wonder.
Way less than
Yeah. It's popping in and coming out.
Sure.
Yeah. So,
what's the box office?
Box office. So in the States, it pulled in $185 million.
Damn,
already. His first weekend. And then worldwide, $450 million.
Damn.
Worldwide. Okay, shit.
Worldwide, $450.
Which is still going.
Yeah.
The weekend over until tomorrow, right? No. What am I doing?
Tonight, technically, it's Friday through Sunday.
And with a budget of $200 million, globally you've doubled your money already.
Yes.
So.
Wow, they made this movie on only $200 million.
200.
Okay.
That
number. But talk about Snyder's numbers. Talk about Snyder's budgets and what we get from Snyder. And then Marvel's budgets and what we get from Marvel.
Well, that's a whole new podcast.
Once you get to like 1 million, you have to like say it like it's nothing. Like, 200 million? Just because we can't fathom how much money that is.
I need some of that. Can I get some of that? I'd like to get some of that. But so when do y'all think he'll return? Do you think it'll be a couple years?
Yeah.
I'm hoping
before 3.
Because honestly,
but he will be included in things like whatever the big Avengers.
Yeah. People think he's gearing up to be like the man,
the new Tony Stark.
Yeah, the man that other people swirl around. And think about it. After Iron Man 3, Tony Stark never had another movie. He was only in other people's movies.
Right.
I honestly hope it takes a while because it's the same kind of thing that's happening with Oscar Isaac, where he did an interview and they were like, "Hey, so." Season 2, when's that happening? And he's like, we have no plans. He goes, we have no further plans to do anything. If a great script presents itself, I'm more than willing to come back. And then they interviewed the director, and the director was like, hell yeah, we're gonna do a season 2. Like, if everybody loves it, I'm happy to do a season 2. So like, it's good to have actors that are busy. They got other shit going on.
Yeah.
So if you're going to bring them back, you better have a good script.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, so rather than giving them scripts that they are contracted to do no matter what.
I think the reason the MCU is so awesome is that, like, it's rare that this would happen, that you had so many good actors coming back for so many movies that were pretty good. And so, like, you need to maintain that. And if you want those quality actors, you're going to have to give them quality material.
Yeah.
I was saying, and that's a book taken from DC currently with the Joker and the Batman. So we see that. Yeah. So if it takes a while, it takes a while. I'm curious as to what that means for our next movies, like or let's see, I was going to build it up. Like, where does Kang fit in now with this because he's multiversal and he's fighting, like, there are multiple Kangs fighting for the top spot of the multiverse. Does that come into play in the next movie? Does it come into play with Guardians? Does it come into play with Thor?
Maybe
is Khonshu going to show up doing something?
Maybe not in Guardians, but we know for a fact that he's in Quantumania.
Ant-Man, that's what. Okay,
yeah.
Ant-Man.
Yeah.
Is Ant-Man this year? Slated for this year?
I think it's 2023.
Okay. So we got Thor and Guardians this year,
23. Right? Yeah. No, Guardians is next year.
2023.
What I would love to see, like, next, for dealing with what we just seen is a Scarlet Witch solo movie. That'd be dope.
Yes.
I don't know if I've heard anything.
Yeah.
I haven't heard anything about it, but
she's not dead.
Yeah, I would love to see. I mean, you got what you got from WandaVision. I would love to see just Scarlet Witch movie. Bring White Vision back in that. I swore he was going to be in this one too. That was one person I thought was going to be in this. I thought White Vision.
I think there was some interview.
They didn't have room.
I guess that would have cheated it if he would have came in and made her be the one to calm down. Like the scene with her in America was good. It was great for me. Mm-hmm. You read? What'd you say?
Oh, I read some article that was basically somebody from Marvel being like, "Oh, there's definitely a future with White Vision. Like, he's coming back. He's gonna be very important."
Yeah.
All right. Then we got the Secret Wars. That's a series, I believe, that's coming up. Secret Wars
series, yeah.
And then Is Beyonder going to be in that? I don't know if you're familiar with the Beyonder, but I'm questioning the Beyonder going to be in that. Is it going to be Battle World? Is like how many people are going to be in that?
They just confirmed. I mean, they kind of confirmed it just by this movie existing. But I think they said that John Krasinski is officially on as Reed Richards.
That was the next question I had. Is he?
Movie. Yeah. We read it earlier today.
So he's been playing a long game too, telling people nah.
Pulled the old Andrew Garfield.
Yeah,
but his wife, she's not. Because I know she said she's not down to.
Please do God bring Emily Blunt.
If Emily Blunt,
the chemistry would be amazing.
Blunt, I don't think wants to do a Marvel superhero though. I don't think she does. She said she doesn't want to.
I think it's.
Really?
But if her husband is now, maybe.
You look at Scarlet Witch, and you look
Emily Blunt was supposed to be the choice for Black Widow.
She was, yeah.
And she turned it down because she said she didn't want to be locked into playing one character for that many years of her career.
But now,
they're
doing long, 9-movie contracts. Now they're kind of doing it more piecemeal.
So if they're doing it more one at a time,
which is why we get these great actors coming and doing
great actors like, I don't have to sign on for 9 movies.
Yeah, like you said, with her husband and doing
because that was the reason she didn't want to do it. Is because she said, I don't want to be playing one character for the next decade.
My thing. If you get both of them, I would be so hyped because to pull Emily Blunt, that script got to be fucking solid. and I'm like, Fantastic Four has been so cursed. I've enjoyed the Fantastic Four movies that have come out, but they've been so cursed.
They've put their arms around everything that has been awful before so far, and they've brought it back in, and they've healed it. They haven't ignored it. They've acknowledged it.
They better heal Silver Surfer. He's one of my favorite Marvel comic characters ever. They better heal him.
I know.
There's nothing wrong with Lawrence Fishburne, but they did him a little dirty in the movie.
I know.
Silver Surfer?
Yeah.
Lawrence Fishburne was it?
Yeah, he just, I don't know. They didn't give him... He had my family, I'm doing this for my family. It wasn't strong enough. Yeah. It needed more.
I heard Feige say, I'm curious about your guys' opinion on this, because I know what my opinion is. I heard people saying about the whole Kang thing, what is our through line going to be? Marvel has said, we're not doing an Infinity War saga through line, one big bad, like we did with Thanos. That's kind of what they're skirting around. And people are like, but why not? But so there was confusion about we basically had Loki and Sylvie break the multiverse, and then we had No Way Home break the multiverse, and then this is the multiverse, and it's what is going on, And so they asked Feige on the red carpet for Multiverse of Madness, and he goes, look, I'm going to tell you one thing. Loki and Sylvie killing He Who Remains broke the multiverse.
Yeah.
Because they broke the multiverse, that then allowed Doctor Strange to be able to botch the spell. Otherwise, the Timekeepers would have come in and put a stop to it, which is what caused No Way Home. And because of that, because of people learning now about the multiverse, like Doctor Strange, like Wanda, now that's what's causing America Chavez and other people to be, our Earth 616, learning more about the multiverse.
Forgot about Earth 616 thing.
And so, do you think, because this is, it's the Sony of it all, do you think that actually was the 1, 2, 3, or do you think Feige's a really good talker and he's a really good justifier?
He's a good justifier. We already know that they were supposed to be released in a different order.
Yeah.
But it's a really good justification. I just heard it and I was like...
Well, technically Loki was still supposed to come out first, so that all still makes sense.
But Loki and then Multiverse of Madness makes more sense. You know what I mean? That
Strange was going to come out first?
Before No Way Home.
And then No Way Home, and then Chavez was going to... I thought Chavez was going to debut in... No, I guess you can't debut in No Way Home, right?
No, so it was... it was supposed to be in the opposite order.
All right.
I don't know. I think that Loki and Sylvie killing He Who Remains, and then the next thing being Multiverse of Madness, and then literally busting open, I think... would have made more sense. I think that was Feige's plan.
Yeah.
And then he tried to be like,
would he have had the third eye in a...
Yeah.
Would he have had the third eye there?
It was a very, very smooth interview response.
Yeah.
So I had to know. Because
it played out well the way
I was like,
it played out.
I think you are great at what you do. But I'm here for it.
Yeah, so you answered my one question about Krasinski coming back to the Fantastic Four movie. I didn't know that. I hope his wife gets in there.
Please.
And do y'all think that Yatsil will play a bigger part moving forward? And
no.
I'm
that.
sorry, Nate, but no, I don't think she will.
Godzilla's not gonna happen.
All right. This concludes. It does conclude it though.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was it. Yeah, that was everything, man.
Cool.
Damn, I can't wait for the next one.